What's going on, guys? This is Brandon with Gearheads Nation. Just want to cover what I'm going over today's video. It's going to be a parts washer that I picked up from a buddy of mine a couple years ago. He had it, the pump went out on it, burned up, whatever, and he was going to throw it away or get rid of it. I got it for, picked it up off of him fairly cheap. Got the tank, what few parts he had left with it, the solution, several other things, just odd and end stuff. Got it all cleaned up, repainted it, tried to get it to where it looked halfway decent a year and a half ago, and then it just kind of sat. I never did follow through with getting a pump for it. The pumps I was finding I wasn't real happy with, so decided to go a different route. I had a electric pressure washer that was given to me. It was the pressure washer hose was just junk. It split in two, so it wasn't usable and wasn't worth putting a hose on. So I disassembled the pressure washer. Took the pump and motor out of it. I'm going to put that in this and see how it works out. So this is everything that I've got to get this project up and rolling. This is the motor and pump from the electric pressure washer. I've already took it apart. I have tested it to see if this will draw water from a bucket by itself, or if it needed a feed from a house supply, or just a feed from a water line. It does pump itself, as far as it does pick up water without being forced into it, so that's not going to be an issue, don't think. From there, I've got the nozzle for the parts washer, the power supply. There was a light to come with it. I don't even know if it works, and then some random piece of copper that I'm going to actually use for a pickup tube. The thought process is going to be, I'm going to use this copper tube that was in the parts washer as a pickup tube into the tank. I'm going to run an adapter, which I'll have to get here in a little bit, from there over to this oil filter adapter that I picked up on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description where I picked it up at, and that way if you want one, it's there. But I'm going to go from the oil filter adapter over into the water pickup on the pump, which I'll probably end up removing that hose and just run a flexible hose straight to that, which I'll have to pick up some hose here in a little bit too. Run it from there. It goes through the pump, comes out, pressurizes into that copper tube, and then comes out. And then I was able to find a fitting to a barb adapter that will screw into, I don't know if y'all can see that, it's a threaded fitting or not, but that will screw into that hose right there. So here's that threaded fitting that I was telling you about. It just kind of goes off in there, and all it is just a M10 to 3/8 barb, and then I got the 3/8 hose right there, and that will be going into the nozzle, which I will have to get an adapter for here shortly. So this is going to be proof of concept. I've not hooked up the filter yet. I've got water in the bucket. I just want to see how well it's going to work. So I'm worried about being just it's flexible hose that it will pop it off the fittings, but we might get wet, we might not. We'll find out. All right, sucking it up. And it's squirting. Alright, well that worked out better than I thought it could have. There's a whole lot of junk coming out of that hose right there. I didn't want to run it way too long and it start sucking up in the pump. Alright, so I got to figure out where I'm going to set this this oil filter. And my first thought is going right here, but I'm not real crazy about how it's going to be sitting right there. So I'm thinking I'm going to hang it off the side of the tank right here. So I'm going to fabricate a piece of sheet metal comes down to mount it to where it's going to be out of the way, because it's going to be pushed up against the wall and it's not going to hurt anything. So I think right there is going to be the best place for me. Alright, so I just dumped 10 gallons of Aussie Juice SW4 into the barrel. It's what come with it when I bought the parts washer. And I set the pickup tube about half the distance from the bottom of the barrel to the top of fluid, ideally to keep from picking up all the trash and everything that's going to be floating or sinking, one of the two. So I'm hoping halfway through is about the right distance. Just lock that in place with a little hose clamp. Alright guys, I got everything set up and working at this point. This is after I've already got everything plumbed. I didn't really show that just because it was going to be boring. What we got, that's going to come from the tank, feeding into a T here. This is coming over into a ball valve to where I can turn the filter on and off if I want to. Or I've got another ball valve down there that will shut on and off if when I'm running the filter and when I'm not. You got everything setting up over here. Got the light working. And then we will cut this on and got good pressure. And I think it's going to do exactly what I want it to do. So, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I appreciate it.